Canada, the land of breathtaking landscapes, universal health care, and a reputation for being one of the best places to live. But beneath this picture-perfect image lies a growing crisis, one that's pushing thousands of Canadians to their breaking point. Why are people leaving? Why is the dream of owning a home fading? And why does life in Canada feel more unaffordable than ever? Stick around as we uncover the dark side of Canada, a country struggling under the weight of its own promises. The Canadian dream turned nightmare. For decades, Canada has been seen as a land of opportunity, a place where hard work led to a comfortable life, home ownership, and financial stability. But today, that dream feels further away than ever before. A growing number of Canadians are struggling to afford even the most basic necessities, and for many, the idea of settling down in Canada is starting to feel impossible. Housing, a crisis beyond control. Owning a home was once an achievable goal for the average Canadian, but in recent years, housing prices have skyrocketed to unimaginable levels. The average home price in Canada now sits around $750,000. In Vancouver and Toronto, that number jumps to over $1 million. To comfortably afford a home in Vancouver, a household needs to earn over $360,000 per year. But with the median household income at just $70,000, homeownership is nothing more than a fantasy for most Canadians. Renting isn't much better. With rental vacancy rates at a historic low of 1.5%, competition for a place to live is intense. Rent prices in cities like Toronto and Vancouver have surpassed $3,000 for a one-bedroom apartment. Many Canadians are forced to choose between paying rent and putting food on the table. Some have even resorted to living in their cars or cramming into overcrowded rooming houses just to survive. How did it get this bad? Decades of underbuilding, strict zoning laws, and bureaucratic red tape have slowed down housing development. Meanwhile, the federal government's aggressive immigration policies have rapidly increased demand, making an already dire housing crisis even worse. With over 1 million international students and record-high immigration levels, the demand for housing has far outpaced supply, pushing prices through the roof. The cost of everyday life. An unaffordable reality. It's not just housing that's becoming unaffordable. Basic necessities are becoming luxuries. Food prices have soared over 10% in the past few years, forcing nearly 2 million Canadians to rely on food banks. What's worse, a handful of large corporations control nearly 80% of the food market, allowing them to set prices without real competition. The government has done little to address this, leaving Canadians to fend for themselves. Gas and heating costs have also skyrocketed, largely due to the controversial carbon tax. While the tax was meant to encourage greener energy use, in reality, it's made life significantly harder for working-class Canadians. With inflation on the rise and wages failing to keep up, many Canadians find themselves working multiple jobs just to stay afloat. Even telecommunications and banking are among the most expensive in the world. The recent merger of Shaw and Rogers eliminated competition, ensuring that Canadians pay some of the highest phone and internet bills globally. Similarly, banking fees continue to climb, with the Big Five banks dominating the industry and leaving consumers with little choice. Foreign money and money laundering, a hidden crisis. Another major issue is foreign investment and money laundering in real estate. Canada is one of the easiest countries in the world to launder money, and major cities like Vancouver and Toronto have become hotspots for illegal property investments. Criminal networks have exploited weak regulations to park billions of dollars in Canadian real estate, further inflating housing prices. Despite multiple government reports exposing the problem, little action has been taken. The economic downturn. A struggling workforce beyond affordability, Canada's economic outlook is bleak. Since 2019, economic productivity has declined while other countries, like the US, have seen growth. Private sector investment is falling, and businesses are choosing to expand elsewhere, leaving fewer job opportunities at home. At the same time, taxes continue to rise. Government spending on public sector jobs has grown at a staggering rate, far outpacing private sector job growth. This means more tax dollars are needed to sustain a growing government workforce, further straining taxpayers.